Today, well, first of all, go look at the live streams that I just did. The last one, those sirens were going off right as I ended the other live stream right before that. So I went live again to catch it, and then they drove out right when I got across the street. And it was an ambulance, a fire truck, and 3 cop cars, I think, doing a fake emergency, I guess. Or maybe it's a real emergency, but they're just driving out synchronized. But probably just a fake emergency. Which is insane because it was an ambulance, a fire truck, and a bunch of cop cars. So I guess just a fake emergency where they're just wasting a bunch of gas and setting off a bunch of sirens for a fake emergency. I guess. Because the sirens started going off right when I ended the live stream. At that moment, right when I clicked end on the live stream. And then it drove out right when I got across the street. And then there was a bunch of white cars at that intersection too. And there was a red and a blue car right at the start of the video. So go watch those videos. But today though, earlier today, there was a lot of gang stalkers, like way more than there was on those videos. Like, more than usual, it seemed, or like, I don't know, maybe just a lot of people were out today, and that's why, I don't know. But I saw a lot of gang stalkers earlier today, doing a lot of gang stalking with a lot of cars all at once. Just a lot of white and red cars syncing up with each other, and white cars, and red and blue cars, and black and silver cars, and all of that. But I went to Walmart today, and I was just like walking around in Walmart, and I was over in this aisle, and this guy comes up. This guy and this girl come up, and they're like, he was saying something about, I don't know if he was looking for like aisle 33 or something, but he was like, 33 is over there, like right when he walked over by me, you know. And then I think he had like an American flag hat on, and he's like, 33 is over there, right as he walks over by me. And then they're doing other gang stalker things, and then right as they walk behind me again, like as they're walking the other way, he's like, I can't find Hocus Pocus 2, it's not here. And I'm like, fuck that movie. But like, I was just posting about Hocus Pocus yesterday, I think, on here, and like on all my social medias. I think it was yesterday or like a couple days ago. So that's probably why he said that. And you know, Hocus Pocus is about adrenochrome. And I always see the A113 license plates. So he's probably just saying it for that reason or whatever. I don't know. But he said it right as he walked behind me though, so it was probably some directed conversation shit. And probably because I was posting about it yesterday. And then, like, I just saw a bunch of like old ladies in there that like, I just always see these old ladies that like have this smug look on their face, like this smirk on their face, like they feel like they're invincible. because they work for the government, like they feel like they're untouchable, it seems, because they'll just smile right in my face as they gang stalk me. Not that I would hurt an old lady, but I'm saying I easily could, though. And there would be nobody there to protect them. Like, they're just right there next to me, you know? Like, I'm not saying I would ever, but I'm just saying, though, why do you feel so invincible? Like, it's usually old ladies that act like that. Like, they're just like, I don't know. It's just kind of weird. But, then, like I said already today, I saw a 007 license plate today, which I've seen that a few times before, like a long time ago, but there's just a synced up 007 license plate. They're just hilarious. Those terrorists and their terrorist tactics, they're so funny. And then a little bit ago, I went out of my apartment, and there's this car with a 66 license plate that pulled up and parked right in front of the door of my apartment right as I was walking out. And then right as I step off of the street, he's taking off again. Like, he just pulled up and then left right after he pulled up. They're just insane. Then last night, well, every night really, pretty much every night. But last night, they were setting off sounds outside of my apartment when I wake up in the middle of the night again. And then, like, this morning, like, I was sitting in this chair over here, and it's right by the door. And like someone walked by in the hallway right as an engine sound would, like, they're to the right of me, and or like they walk by in the hallway, and then right as they go out the door, like go outside, and the door, I can hear the door closing. Right as the door closes, there's an engine sound to the left of me outside, like an engine taking off. So, it's just the usual. And I've been getting hit with directed energy weapon attacks lately, or frequency weapon, whatever you call it. Like today I was sitting in the library, and it just hit me right in the ear. Like all of a sudden, like it just like hit me harder than usual. Like my hearing almost went out for a second or whatever. So that's cool. They're radiating me. whatever it is. And that happened a few times today, and like recently it's been happening more than usual. So that's cool. People are just shooting frequencies at my ears or whatever it is. And whoever it is, wherever they are, nearby me. Possibly my neighbors. I don't know. Maybe just people outside my apartment building or something. I don't know. Somebody's doing it illegally and immorally and retardedly. Somebody nearby me is a terrorist shooting frequencies at my ears. So that'll probably happen again tonight at some point. What else happened today? They're always saying warm and hot synchronized, like stay warm or it's getting hot out there or whatever. They're always doing that with the directed conversations at synchronized moments. And then they're always like, if it's someone at a cash register, they'll always like hand me my change synchronized. Like, it's just so dumb, but they do. And then they're always like, when I cross the street, there will be cars just driving slowly up the street and like turning out. Like, they time it so it's like cars in my way and I gotta like run across the street. Or just a car driving up and then like acting like they're gonna go, but then they stop. But like, they could have just went because I'm just slowly walking across the street. But they'll just stop and act like I'm in their way or whatever. But I'm like walking deliberately slowly so that they can keep driving. And they're just doing it to gang stalk me. Like, you know, they're acting polite, but they're just doing it to like waste time, I guess, or I don't know. That's just happening like every time I cross the street. Like, there'll just either be like, they'll flood the street with cars so I can't cross it, or they'll have a car, you know, like driving up the street so that like he speeds up all of a sudden when I start crossing it, so he's in my way. or whatever. Like, they just deliberately get in my way, and then they act like I'm in the way. Like, pretty much every time I cross the street, or at least a busy street, so that was happening today as usual. Every time I cross the street. It's whatever, it's just kind of annoying or whatever, but whatever. I just kind of laugh at them at this point everywhere I go. Like, usually I'm just like, I go through my phases where I get angry and shit, but mostly I'm just laughing at them. I'm just being like, well, that was ridiculous and retarded. Again. Wow. So amazing. You drove a white car by me right at an intersection. Oh my God. What else happened today? I don't know. Oh, I walked by this truck and it had all these birds in it. And it's one of those Norfolk trucks that I always see. Like the city, like the people that like trim all the bushes and do all the utility work or whatever. It was one of those trucks, and it was just sitting there parked with its hood open, and there was nobody around it. Like, I don't know where they were, but it was just sitting there with its with its hood open, and there were all these birds in it, like in the engine, or like in, inside the hood, and like these birds flew out of it. And then the last bird flies out of it right as I walk by the truck. And then lately I've been seeing a lot, like, or all the time really, but like the last few days I noticed I've been seeing like just flocks of birds synchronizing, like a bunch of birds flying out synchronized. It's usually one bird, but sometimes it's like a bunch of them. So that happened today. This is kind of funny. And then I posted up that gang stalking simulation video today where the dog walked up by him, and they're always doing that to me. Or they'll have a dog that's off of a leash and it'll run up to me synchronized. So I don't know how, but animals are always synchronizing on me. And I'll just see dogs running around by themselves sometimes. like without like just the dog that ran away or whatever. But it'll be synchronizing with the traffic. And then there was a dog barking synchronized today. As usual, there's always dogs barking synchronized. So I don't know how, but just is. There's many videos where I've recorded it too, so you can't say that it's not happening because it is. Like, you can't say that it's a stretch because there's a lot of videos that I've recorded where it's happening. And like I've caught birds chirping synchronized a few times, I think, too. The birds are always doing that. And I've definitely caught a lot of birds flying over me synchronized. So it is happening. Regardless of if you want to call me a schizo or whatever, it is actually happening. So even if I am a schizo, it's happening, just like the traffic on the street and everything else. Even if I was a schizo on meth, it is happening. What's up? But yeah, people want to call me a meth head, but I've never done meth. But I don't think that meth makes cars synchronize around you. I don't think that's an effect of the drug. I've never done meth, but I've never heard a meth head say that it makes cars synchronize around them. I don't think that's what it does. It might make you paranoid, but I don't think it makes cars pull up to intersections at the same time as you. Magically. I don't think any drug does that. And, you know, you might, maybe you take enough mushrooms, you'll see a car hallucinatorily, I don't know. But if you record it and it's not actually there, it's not going to be on the video afterwards. Have I ever got a good look at the peeps driving the cars? Some of them. They make weird faces, yeah. Or they scratch their nose right as they drive by me. Or they scratch their head right as they drive by me. Or they laugh at me as they drive by me. Oh yeah, and then when I walked out of my apartment earlier today, this guy with the orange shirt and a guy with a blue shirt walk out. And I think he had a camel hat too. And then right as I walk by him, he's pointing. He's like, "It's over there." I'm like talking to the other guy. He's like, I think that place is over there. And they're looking at me as they walk out too. They're like, "Oh, here he comes." It's just so awkward. It's like, bruh. This is so awkward. Like, I know you're gonna do a stalk thing when I walk by you. But then if I say something to you, you're gonna get mad at me or be like, "What are you talking about?" So dumb. Did I hear any train horns today? I don't think I have. I don't think I heard one single train horn today. So that's a miracle. There are slaves. Kinda. It's kind of like we're all slaves and they're like working to fuck over the other slaves instead of rising up, you know? What's for dinner? Same as usual, rice and beans and mushrooms and eggs. It's just my go-to. I don't know. It's just simple. I'm not a master chef, so I don't know. Sometimes I'll eat other stuff, but I don't know. It was good though. So who else is in here? Are they government agents or what? Is Agent Smith in here? Come in here to stare at me or what? Or is it a real person? And then they were syncing up things with my dreams last night again. Just always happens, like, every night. And it's really weird. And they'll, like, I'll be saying something in my dreams, and they'll, like, sync it up with that, I think. And it's just weird. But most definitely, they'll sync up sounds outside with... There's a truck taking off right now. I think he's a gangstalker. But most definitely, they'll sync up sounds outside with gangstalkers driving by me in my dreams. Which, again, I don't know if they're projecting it in my dreams or they're coming in my dreams like Inception, or if it's just I'm having a dream about a gang stalker because I see them all day every day, so I'm dreaming about them, and then they can just see my dreams and they sync it up with it. Like, I don't know if it's that or if they're projecting it into my dream or what, but they definitely sync up sounds outside with gang stalkers syncing up in my dreams. Like either a loud truck or a siren or a whatever type of noise, dumpster slam, or someone like talking or yelling or whatever. Or someone walking by in the hallway or whatever. Definitely happens every single night. And obviously I can't prove that. Like, there's certain things that I can't prove or that I haven't recorded yet. There's things that happen that I haven't, like I was saying about dogs, how dogs will run up to me synchronized. Like, I haven't really recorded that, I don't think. Maybe like a couple times or something. And there's a bunch of other things that I haven't recorded just because they don't do it when I'm not recording. But probably will eventually or whatever, but... But they just do so many things. Is it still daylight? No. I don't know how they get in your dream. I don't know if they're in my dreams, but they definitely see my dreams. And this thing just turned off right as I walked by the window. And there's definitely, I don't remember if it was like some college study or some scientific like experiment where they can see your dreams. Like, I don't know. I don't know how. But, you know, they tell us things in movies, and they made the movie Inception, so maybe they can go into your dreams. I don't know. Like, I don't think every movie is literally, you know, like, I don't think every movie is necessarily like a predictive program or like a whatever you call it, but maybe. Um, I don't know. I think demons can go into your dreams, like succubus, like demons. So maybe people can astral project into your dreams or something. I don't know. And then there's people who experience shared dreams, like they have the same dream as each other. So I think dreams are realer than most people think they are. Like we actually go somewhere when we dream. We like astral project. I've been having a lot of vivid dreams lately. Like I think it's the full moon or something. But like the last like week or whatever, I've been having really vivid dreams and like dreaming a lot. So does anybody have places in your dreams that you go to where it's like a real place that exists, but then there's like a certain like it'll be like somewhere in Denver that actually exists, but then it's a street that doesn't actually exist in real life, but that street you'll go to and like reoccurring dreams, like it'll be there. Does anybody have dreams like that where there's places that exist only in the dream world that you go to? Because that happens to me all the time. Like, what are dreams? And it's not even a reoccurring dream. Like, it's not the same dream, but it's like the same place. But it doesn't exist in reality. Do I have dreams of Jesus? No. You had shared dreams once? Nice. Everyone should go read the if you like comic books, you should go read the Sandman series. Those are really good. And American Gods is really good. That's a novel, but It's the same author. Sandman's fire though. It's about Morpheus, the god of dreams. But I'm trying to think about what else happened today. I don't know if it was today or yesterday, but I walked down the hallway and someone opened their door right as I walked by him. In my apartment building. And it is so stupid. It's just so weird because it's like, am I the only person that's targeted in town? Because it feels like it. Like I'm just surrounded by stockheads, and then every time I hear a siren, it's sinking on me. Or like any sound, like anytime I hear a siren, or a car horn, or a train horn, it's sinking on me. Like all the way across town, even. Like it'll be a train horn all the way across town. It's like, damn, is anybody else being targeted around here? Or just me? Or am I just like the most popular person to stalk, or what? Everybody else just gets like lower level stalking, and I get like a 6-star wanted level. And everybody else is at 2 stars. This is so weird. It's like I'm like a fucking celebrity out here. Got the popper Nazis all around me. And it's not like the trolls are like, you're a narcissist, you're an attention whore, or whatever. I'm like, no, I don't want attention. I just am a celebrity out here, I guess. Like the only reason I want attention is to bring attention to things. That's it. Other than that, I want want people to leave me the fuck alone, stop stalking me, but that ain't gonna happen. They just have to stalk me. Like I'm fucking Kanye West out here. Sup? How's it going, Janice? You new here? My toilet's always gang stalking me when I'm like sitting on it or when I'm taking a piss. No joke. So just start making noises. And then my refrigerator gang stalked me right when I started this live stream. Just right as I click go live or whatever, it turned on. And then I don't remember what video it was. I think it was the Instagram one I did the other day. Right when I ended it, like 3 more gang stalkers drove out all at once. Like they'll just sit and wait, I guess. Or like they'd probably drive by me still if I kept recording. But like they'll drive out right when I end a video. Like a lot of times it'll be a cop. And they'll just drive out right as I click end on the video. Or like today, that siren was right when I clicked end on the video. Just a bunch of trolls. They just gotta troll me. Wow, they just gotta troll me endlessly. This is just their job. Then my phone battery sucks. Like it just I got the iPhone 10. You know, apparently it's a problem with the iPhone 10 in general. Like the phone battery will overheat. It's a good phone otherwise. Compared to like I used to have the iPhone 8, and I love this phone compared to that phone otherwise. But the battery sucks ass. And it'll, especially when I'm recording a video or when I'm watching a video, it'll overheat sometimes. And it'll just like make it freeze up. But excuse me. Like I was recording on Creepbusters talking about gang stalking, and right when I started talking about like MK Ultra and all of the secret CIA experiments, my phone overheated to the point where, like it said, it was like too hot, like it was overheating to where you can't do anything on it. So it did that right as I was talking about that, coincidentally. Like they'll make it overheat if I start, or just to mess with me, or just to be like, hey, we're watching you. Like, I know you are. I know. But it overheated when I started talking about that, and then another time when I was live on Creepbusters, right when I started talking about Joe Biden being a baby sniffing chomo, it started to overheat and wouldn't let me do anything. And then I have to end the live stream. Like, it just ends the live stream. And then like they've ended my live streams before too, randomly. Like it'll just kick me out. And that happened, like I know it's them doing it because they'll do it at like a certain time or whatever. But last year or whatever, I was in the laundromat and there was all these people that came in. Like there was nobody there when I went in, and then all these people started flooding in that were all gang stalkers, and most of them had like red or orange on or whatever. But they just kept walking in front of me synchronized. So I pulled out my phone to record it, and it wouldn't let me go live on Instagram. And they've kicked me out of live streams a few times as I'm recording, and then the video doesn't save. Like I'll be walking around for like an hour recording, and then it'll boot me out, and then the video doesn't save. Oh, and that happened a year ago today when I was recording the garbage truck. And it would have been a crazy video if it would have saved. And it was like an hour-long video. While I was walking around, there was nothing happening except there was a garbage truck following me around everywhere I went. He kept popping out synchronized and then did a few U-turns synchronized. And random pointless U-turns, and it did a lot of really obvious things. And then he didn't have his flashing lights on at the start, and then he had them on the rest of the video, but like it looked like it was different garbage trucks or something, but every time I saw him after that, he had the flashing lights on. So it was a really obvious video, but then it just kicked me out of it and didn't save the video. So they're always trolling me with technology. They're just making my phone slow at certain times, or my computer. even if my computer is not connected to Wi-Fi. And then lately I've been trying to watch movies on my computer and it won't play the DVD, and I know it's Skynet because it'll play that same DVD eventually if I just keep trying. If I like try another day, it'll play, and then if I put in another DVD, it'll play. But just occasionally it's like, nope. I don't know, they just like to frustrate me, I guess. But I think Fight Club is interesting because there's this scene where he's like, I want you to start a fight with a random stranger and lose. That just kind of sounds like a gang stalker when you think about it. And then all the people in Project Mayhem are everywhere. They're in the police. They're in all the places everywhere. So I think it's kind of about gang stalkers in a way, but it's definitely a metaphor for the CIA. I've already talked about this, I think, but it's 9/11 predictive programming. And Project Mayhem is basically like the CIA. I just think it's funny. I was like, I want you to start a fight with someone and lose. Because that's basically what a gang stalker does. They want you to snap out and kill them. Like a idiot. Like, why would you be a gang stalker? That's idiotic. Isn't it? But for the record, I'm not threatening violence against a gang stalker. I'm not gonna hurt a gang stalker. For the record. Okay, don't twist my words again and make it sound like I'm saying something I'm not, because I'm not. They just love to twist my words with every word that I say. Be like, you were meowing at children, but I wasn't meowing at children. Like, there was this one day where I was walking around meowing at gang stalkers, because I'm ill cat, you know. So I was just doing it to be funny or whatever. Just because they're ridiculous, so I'm gonna act ridiculous back. So it was just like part of the day or whatever. I was just walking around meowing at gang stalkers driving by me. And then these people in the comments on Creepbusters keep bringing it up to try to make me look like a creep and say that I was meowing at children because someone said that I meowed at his child. But it was probably like I wasn't meowing at children. I don't remember meowing at any children. So it was probably somebody driving by me with their child in the car with them. And that's why I was meowing at children. But even if I'm meowing at children, like that's kind of weird, I guess, but like that doesn't make me like a pedophile to just meow at somebody. Like, what are you talking about? Like, they try to make it look like I'm a pedophile because I was meowing. Like, what? They try to make it look like I'm a creep pedophile on my Creepbusters page where I'm exposing pedophiles. Because I was meowing at cars stalking me with their children in the car. Ridiculous. And then too, I think they'll have children, like when I'm out recording, they'll have children stalkers like in a place where like if I turn my camera over at a car driving by me, there'll be a child right there in between it or whatever, like something like that. So it looks like I'm recording the child. Or like, you know, like there's probably somebody nearby recording me, so it looks like I'm recording a child, so they can be like, look, he's out recording children. Or something like that. I don't know. It just seems like they're trying to like bait me like that sometimes. This is retarded. And usually I don't like if they would like run out in front of me, then they run out in front of me. But like I might like turn my camera over quick at them, but like I'm not gonna like I don't record the gang stalker children. Like they'll do a thing right next to me and I won't record it. And if I do, I'll turn my camera real quick so you can't see their face. Like it's blurry, you know? But it's like, look, there's a kid with a red shirt right here. Isn't that really obvious? But like 9 times out of 10, I won't record the gang stalker children. And usually it's just if they like run out in front of me or whatever, and they ran out in front of my camera. But like I don't record children like that. And I don't meow at children. And I'm not what they try to make me look like at all. I'm not a meth head or a pedophile or a schizophrenic or anything that they say. I've never smoked meth in my life and never will, because that doesn't seem like a good idea. You hear him? But they just keep saying it, though. They just keep saying, you were out meowing at children, you're a creep. Even after I explain that no, I wasn't meowing at children, they keep saying it. Like, damn. Just come up with something new or something. Because I already explained that no, I was not meowing at children. But I like to let the trolls talk, though, and dig their own grave, because they just sound more and more retarded with everything they say. Like, a lot of people block trolls. I don't block trolls. I'm just like, yeah. Everything you're saying makes no sense at all. And it doesn't add up. And everything I say does add up, because I can back it up. You can't. You just talk a bunch of nonsense and then say the same things over and over, as if saying it enough times is gonna make it true. But it's not. It's still false. No matter how many times you say I was meowing at children, I wasn't. But they just keep saying it, though. Just like they also keep saying that I need to seek help before I'm gonna hurt someone or myself. And I never said that I'm gonna hurt someone or myself. Only they have said that. But they keep saying it as if I said it. I know I've said this a few times already. But they just keep saying it though. It's just retarded. And then the same people also are mocking me as if they want me to hurt someone. They say seek mental help before you hurt someone, but then they're also mocking me and pretending like they're a gang stalker, being like, I'm outside in the white car. Look out your window. And then so it's like, do you want me to hurt someone? Damn, just keep talking and making no sense. You're making me look smarter by each comment that you type. But they stopped now. They stopped trolling me now. Today. So far. Maybe I'll go back on there in a minute and there'll be more troll comments on there and they'll be saying the same exact things that they already said 100,000 times. Most likely, if they said anything, it's going to be the same exact thing. Because they never say anything else. Like, they gotta be paid or something. Are they paying them to... Because they just type the same thing over and over again. Like, don't you get tired of typing the same thing over and over? Like, I know I kind of repeat myself a lot, but, like... Just saying, though, like... Come up with something original, trolls. Or don't. Just go play in traffic blindfolded. Do that instead. That'd be better. And this one dude was like, It's creepy to walk around at 3 a.m. It's normal to stalk you if you're walking around at 3 a.m. because you're probably a thief or a whatever. He's like, it's creepy to walk around at 3 a.m. So yeah, it's normal to follow you around and stalk you. Okay, bro. I don't know why it's creepy to walk around at 3 a.m. Just walk up a sidewalk at 3 a.m. I don't get why that's creepy. Can anybody explain why that's creepy? To just walk? Like, I see other people walking around at 3 a.m. sometimes, like, I've never thought that was creepy. Like, that's the first time I've heard that before. Why is it creepy? Like, if I keep walking by your house, then I could see why you might think it's creepy. But if I'm just walking around, like, why is it creepy to walk around at 3 a.m.? Like, isn't that the most retarded thing that somebody could possibly say? They just out retard them. They just go full retard and out retard each other. It's like they're in the it's like they're going for the gold retard medal. But he's like, yeah, it's normal to stalk you if you're walking around at 3 a.m. Like, okay, dude. So I just love to let him talk and just keep like sticking to the point of, hey, there's synchronized things happening every video, right? While they just come up with more and more retarded things to say desperately and try to desperately twist my words around and make it seem like I'm saying things that I'm not, or that I'm meowing at children. It's like, hey, maybe I am a crackhead, but is there still synchronized things happening every video? Yeah. And then they're like, no, it's not synchronized. It's all in your head. Like, but it's not, though. It's right there on the screen. Did you watch the video? I wonder why YouTube put you in my recommended. It was meant to be, bro. God sent you here. Just confirms what you thought all along. Now what? Are they gonna get rid of me? Who? What did you think all along? You're not hearing things? What do you mean, you're hearing voices or something? Damn. I don't know, man. Watch my videos, and if you see similar things, let me know. But I was being gang stalked for years, and I didn't know. I just found out a year ago. Like, when I think about it, they were always doing things outside of my apartment in Colorado. Like, there'd always be people, like, getting into arguments outside and, like, like, probably doing gang stalker stuff when I look back at it. But yeah, I hear cars honk outside of my apartment all the time. Hit their lock buttons. Synchronized with what I'm doing. And then a lot of times they'll hit their lock button 100 times. Or like, not 100 times, but like 10 times or whatever. They'll just keep hitting their lock button over and over. Like, why would you do that? I don't understand. Like, obviously they're gang stalking me, and that's why, but like, nobody finds that unusual that there's people hitting their lock buttons over and over. Like, you can't re-lock it. You can't lock it tighter. Like, it's already locked. Fire truck alarm going off every morning. Yep. Sounds like you're being gang stalked. But yeah, it's like an AI network. It's like all over the world. It's like Germany, Australia, and I don't know how many other countries, but seems like it's worldwide. It's just retarded, but you just gotta remember that you just gotta keep your cool. And don't let them trap you into acting out and getting yourself locked up or whatever. It's just psychological warfare, so you gotta take control of your own mind and meditate. Stay calm. Take some deep breaths. Make yourself laugh. Keep yourself happy. And don't freak out like I did. Because when I first realized I was being gang stalked, I was screaming at people and shit. And then the cops would pull up and they'd be like, "You can't do that. You can't yell at cars driving by you." I'm like, "Alright, Officer Pigface." You get V2K, like you hear voices in your head. I don't get that, but like I said, they sync up with my dreams, so that's kind of along the same lines, I guess. I've never heard voices in my head, but they probably implant thoughts in your head, and probably even if you're not targeted, they'll just put a thought in your head like, a McDonald's cheeseburger sounds good right now. Like they'll just put that thought in your head. Or something, I don't know. And then, like I've said, like I'll look at my phone as I'll pull out my phone to check the time, and it'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, or 11, or like 2:33 or 3:22. All the time, that'll happen. Things like that'll happen like every day. So I think they like implant thoughts in your head somehow, or like impulses. But I'm pretty sure, isn't V2K like, isn't that like proven that like the military does that? Like the voice of God technology? Like I've never experienced it myself, but like not everybody gets the same targeting though. Like there's this one guy who, like, I used to be friends with him on Facebook, and then he he like got mad at me and blocked me and shit because I was recording gang stalker cars, and he's like, that's not gang stalkers. Do you get drones following you around all the time? And like he like he was like saying that I'm not really being gang stalked because it's cars and he gets drones. But different people get different things, and he gets drones, like a lot of drone, like multiple drones will be outside of his house, and like loud, like loud drones and shit. But I think that's another way to like turn the targets against each other too, is like they'll do different things to different targets, and they're like, you're not a real TI because or whatever, like different people get different things. But a lot of people get the same things though, which I think is really telling that my videos, gang stalking simulations videos, target journeys videos, real gang stalkings videos, and like a bunch of other people, all of our videos match up with each other. We see the same things. So how are we schizophrenics when we're all recording the same thing happening? That doesn't add up. Then like there's this one channel, gang stalking Pedro or whatever. She's in California, and she just sees blue shirts, like for the most part. She sees blue shirts instead of red shirts. And then like some people see pink shirts for the most part. And I'll see blue shirts too sometimes, but like I mostly see the red shirts, and usually if I see a blue shirt, it's syncing up with someone with a red shirt. But then for a while they were doing blue shirts, like sensitizing blue shirts on me for like a week straight or whatever. I was just seeing blue shirts everywhere. And then they'll do different things at different times. Like things will come and go, or they'll just start sensitizing something on me like for like a week straight. Like I said, like one time I was seeing red cars everywhere for like a few days in a row, and then they were doing silver cars for like a week straight or whatever. And still seeing other patterns too, but it was like, usually I see mostly white cars, but then I was seeing mostly silver cars for a while. And then sometimes it's just a day, or part of the day, they'll do a certain thing. There'll be all black cars everywhere. Like, I'll go outside, it'll be all black cars everywhere. And then I'll go outside later in the day and it'll be a bunch of school buses everywhere or whatever. I'll just keep seeing the same thing. Shit's weird. I have a friend that says he sees numerological patterns. He says he always notices number 3. I'm sure he does actually see that number everywhere. It's because he's actively looking for it. He has some psychological issues. Well, I see numerological patterns because they're doing it deliberately to me. So I don't know if you're trying to say that I'm a schizo or something, but it'll always be at synchronized moments or whatever. I think there might be some truth to like angel numbers or whatever you call them. Like, there might be some truth to spiritual synchronicities and seeing certain numbers and stuff, but most of the time when I see it, it's Skynet. No, that's not a manic episode. It's Skynet. Literally. You promised me? Have you watched any of my videos? Don't make that promise until you watched any of my videos. Yes? Oh, well, then you need to see an eye doctor. Because something is happening. It's not in my head. I'm not going to see a psychiatrist, but you should go see an eye doctor. Because there are synchronized things happening every video, nonstop. Yup, there's lots of red cars, lots of blue cars, and lots of white cars. You're right. I agree. It's like if there's just one person stalking you, like regular stalking, and you're like, there's lots of people in the world. People exist. There's lots of people. It's like, I know there's lots of people. Some of them are stalkers, and they're stalking me. It's like, well, you're a person, there's lots of people. I'm a person. I know, dude, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying every white car is stalking me. Okay. It's not just those colors though, like it's any colored car. Like sometimes it's a green car. Sometimes it's a yellow car. Or like today I pulled up to the intersection and there was 3 tan cars meeting me there. There's a tan car here, a tan car there, and a tan car there. They're all pulling up right as I pulled up. So it's not that it's a tan car. It's not like I'm like every tan car is a stalker or whatever. It's like it's the way that they're driving. Which I know I don't have to explain this and you're probably just a troll, but like just for anyone in the back, you know? Or anyone that's new here or whatever, like I don't think every white car is a stalker, okay? I don't think a car is a stalker just because it's a white car. It's the way that it's driving. And the fact that I see like white cars are the most common color of stalker car that I see. Some people it's red cars. Some people it's whatever, purple cars or whatever. Okay, you're not a troll, okay. I'm just saying though, that's what the trolls say. They're just like, they just keep saying that, and I'm like, bruh, I've already explained this 100 times. It's not that it's a white car. And they'll be like, white is the most common color of car. I'm like, okay, well, it's also the most common stalker that I see. And they're stalking me with them. Not every white car that I see looks like a stalker, but just is the most common stalker car that I see. Most days. Some days it's the black cars. Some days it's different cars. So does that make sense or what? Do you get it now? I don't need to see a professional because I'm not mentally ill. I'm being stalked. What do I need to see a professional for? The videos speak for themselves. Okay. I'm not being mean either. I'm just saying, like, I don't need to see a professional. And yeah, there is no reason for this level of stalking. You're right. I agree. It's it's retarded, but they do it though. Just is what it is. Like, I don't know why I'm so special, but apparently I am, according to them, because they have to stalk me nonstop. Or I'm just some type of lab rat experiment that they've been experimenting on since birth, or whatever the fuck. But whatever it is happening. It's not in my head, and I don't need to see a medical professional because it is happening clearly. If I go see a medical professional, I'm still gonna be stalked. And maybe I'll be on drugs, but I'll still be stalked. And probably my psychiatrist is gonna be a stalker too. And I'll see him out stalking me after therapy. Because they got stalkers working at those places and every place around. Plus, who's going to pay for my medical expenses? People want me to go see a medical professional, but are they going to send me money to do that? Because I can't afford that. This is America, bro. So like every time I walk by that one street light, it's always turning off and on right as I walk underneath it and right as I walk through the intersection. So how is that mental illness? Just question, how is that mental illness? When I've recorded this happening multiple times over, and then if I just walk around in a circle around the intersection, it will keep happening. If I just walk up and down that street, it will keep happening. So how is it wiring issues or mental illness when it keeps doing it synchronized on camera on multiple videos? Like it'll be right as I walk underneath the light bulb, or right as a cop drives by it, or whatever. You know, a lot of times when I was delivery driving, it would be right as I pulled up to that intersection, it would turn on. So, I don't think it's mental illness at all. In fact, I know that it's not. I'll even say that. I know without a doubt that I'm being stalked. It's not an opinion, it's an objective fact. How about that? Because I've recorded so many synchronized things happening that it's impossible that I'm not being stalked. It's not an obsession though, it's literally what happens every time I walk outside. They're obsessed with me. I'm not like bruh. Watch more videos. That's all I can say is just watch more videos. If you've only watched a couple of them, watch more of them. Especially the ones when I walk up and down Norfolk Avenue. Or just any street really, but like there's a lot of videos where I'm walking up that street and they're always doing things at all of the same places. Every day. And then if it's late at night, it'll be no cars on the street, and then it'll be one car right at one of those places. And every car that's driving by is at one of those places. So it is an objective fact that I'm being stalked, if you ask me. It's impossible that I'm not. When you watch all the videos back to back. Yeah, I see birds synchronizing on me all the time. And that's also on a bunch of videos. Just is. There just always are birds flying over me synchronized and flying by me synchronized. And then there's the one video where I was walking around at night. It's in my shorts. I was walking around at night, and this bird flies up in my face, and it's like really late at night. Like the bird should be asleep. This bird flies up in my face and then flies away from my face. Like he flies straight at me and then flies away from me. Like he's gonna run into me, but then he just flies back the other way. And right as he flies up in my face, there's a truck honking, and you can hear it on the video, and you can see the bird. So it happens right when the truck honks, and then I walk up to the intersect, and it's right at a place where they always gang stalk me too. And then I walk up to the intersection, and it's a white truck over there, and then he's honking again right when I get across the street. And he honked right at the exact moment that the bird flew up in my face. And there's a lot of videos where there's birds doing things like that, and bugs doing things like that. And I won't see any other bugs, really. Like, I'll see no bugs anywhere. And then right when I walk up to an intersection, a butterfly will be flying in front of me or whatever. Right at the corner of the intersection. Like a gang stalker. Well, I've been harassed with the honking before I started exposing on Creepbusters, so I don't think it's that. They can use that as an excuse now, I guess, but it's been happening before that, though, so not really, because I have a bunch of videos from before that, so they can try to use that as an excuse, but it doesn't add up. But even if they're doing that, they're still stalking me. They might not be gang stalkers per se, but they're still stalking me with a car horn if they do it. Because they saw my videos and they want to honk a car horn at me to play with me. they're still being a stockhead. So they're technically still stalking me. But you got any other questions or anything? Oh shit, my battery's about to die. Alright, later, bro. Alright, I'm getting out of here too. Peace.